Human beings have a well-documented habit of destroying the environmental foundations we depend on. The people of Rapa Nui, for instance, deforested their island past the point of recovery. The lowland Maya pushed agriculture so far that a manageable drought became fatal to their society. In Mesopotamia, irrigation sustained over centuries salinized the soil beneath some of the first cities on Earth. Within the living memory of people alive today, the American Dust Bowl turned a natural drought into a self-inflicted ecological catastrophe. The mechanism in every case is the same. A society alters its environment in pursuit of growth or survival until the alteration itself becomes the threat. Climate change is not a new kind of mistake. It is an old one run at a scale we have never attempted before. That difference in scale changes the character of the problem, creating a different equation for our survival. The first new variable is geography. Every historical collapse had an escape valve. When Mesopotamian soil failed, other civilizations remained unaffected. Collapse was local. The rest of humanity could trade, migrate, or eventually replace what was lost. A planetary-scale disruption removes that option by definition. For the first time, we are running an experiment on the only biosphere we have, with the entire global population acting as the test subjects. There is no elsewhere. The second variable is velocity. Historically, natural shifts in Earth's climate unfolded over thousands or millions of years. Even the fastest natural analog, the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, took roughly 5,000 to 10,000 years to produce a temperature shift of this magnitude. Modern warming is compressed into a single century. We are moving at least 10 times faster than any climate shift in the last 65 million years. Species adapt by migrating or evolving over millennia. Ecosystems and farms need time between shocks to recover. No biological or human system is built to keep pace with change compressed into decades. Without the spatial escape route of geography or the evolutionary time provided by a slow velocity, our oldest survival mechanisms are void. The third variable is reversibility. Local ecological collapse has historically been reversible. Soil rebuilds and forests regrow. Climate change breaks that pattern. Carbon dioxide persists in the atmosphere for centuries. This forces sensitive planetary systems toward tipping points. Thresholds that once crossed trigger changes that do not reverse even if temperatures later drop. Research points to warm water coral reefs as a system that may have already crossed such a threshold. Melting ice sheets follow a similar path. Once their thermal inertia is overcome, they stay altered on any timescale that matters to a human society. The final variable is foreknowledge. Unlike the Maya or the Norse, we are not stumbling into this catastrophe through ignorance. Charles Keeling began measuring atmospheric CO2 in 1958. That record lets us watch this crisis build year by year for over half a century. Scientists have modeled, measured, and debated this crisis in real time, decades before its worst consequences fully land. Possessing total scientific foreknowledge while crossing irreversible planetary boundaries changes the character of the crisis entirely. The underlying mistake, altering our environment in the pursuit of growth, is humanity's oldest. But the planetary scale, the speed measured in decades, and the absence of an escape route are new. Our ancestors' mistakes were diagnosed centuries later by archaeologists sifting through the wreckage of societies that made their choices in the dark. Acting with foresight, decades before the damage is finalized, is a genuinely new situation for our species. Because we can see the catastrophe coming, the final outcome is now, for the first time, a matter of choice.